Once again, Paul's life was spared. So who knows, but maybe they, we think God would have warned him and all that, of course, but it's all hypothetical. We don't know. He got stoned to death back in Acts 14, and the believers, the disciples, the disciplined ones, got the revelation to raise him, stood around him, and he got up and went back into the city. So he'd already been through that too. I guess I could hypothesize that if they'd have killed him, Luke and Aristarchus could have healed him and raised him, but thank God it never came to that. They were pretty busy, don't you think? Once again, Paul's life was spared through what seemed to be an unlikely source of protection. A great man, this centurion. I'm convinced he got born again and spoke in tongues. They were going to spend 3 months together on that island in Malta with all the miracles coming up. We're going to get to that. And the rest, some on boards and some on broken pieces of the ship. You can see that. Just picture it. Got them a paddleboard there and started kicking. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to land. And I can see Paul on the shore watching for all of them, maybe even swimming out himself and helping some that were having trouble swim in. He might have saved some of them. Best lifeguard you could ever have, the Apostle Paul, and Luke and Aristarchus were there too. God gave him all those men. Does that mean he just sits back on his haunches and prays? No. He's out there watching. He's overseeing. He's jumping in the water and helping them. So is Luke and Aristarchus under his spiritual oversight and command. They were probably the first two he made sure were safely ashore. I can see that. See, a lot of things in between these scriptures when you know a little about life and the Word and the effort of believing. It required manifestation of believing. Required him to jump in there and help many of them out that needed help. All that effort. The revelation had not ended until they were all safe and ashore. The revelation came to pass. God promised to give Paul all that sailed with him. And Paul operated the manifestation of believing to see every man safe to deliverance. I didn't write all of that I just told you there, but I remember thinking about it. The love of God in the renewed mind and manifestation is clearly shown in Paul's concern for these men. Earlier, Paul himself wrote by revelation to the Galatians, commanding the church to do good unto all. Remember Galatians 6? Do good unto all, and especially to the household of faith. He exemplified this in believing God with intense love, boldness, and attention to detail to save the lives of these others as well as himself. All right, I think we better take our 15-minute break that you're accustomed to. I know I need to. And we'll come back, and I want to finish this great record in chapter 28. Thank you. 15 minutes.